into the IT systems of several Polish companies. Interior Minister Marcin announced that the detention, saying police in Krakow took the man into custody for what he described as a serious crime involving unauthorized interference in corporate systems. According to Kierwinski, the suspect breached security protections to gain access to company databases. Authorities have not disclosed what those databases contained or how the information may have been used. The Russian national has been placed in temporary arrest. The case comes as Poland and a number of other European nations increase vigilance for what they consider hostile actions linked to Russia. Meanwhile, Russia has consistently denied involvement in such activities. And I want to welcome back retired Major General Sudhakarji into the discussions here. So we now clearly are also seeing how Warsaw is pushing back against Russia once again. How do you see the developments shaping forward? Europe is clearly pushing back against not just Russia, but also the US peace plan.
Yeah, look, Kriti, these kind of pushback will take place. There will be a great degree of resistance, like we discussed yesterday, as also today in the previous panel theme that you had picked up. There is going to be the change management to anything which has been carrying on will go through a process of denial, resistance. Then you have reconciliation, adoption, and finally acceptance. And particularly making peace in a country like Ukraine, which is already the conflict has been going on for 3.5 or more time, and there is a huge amount of trust deficit, and plus there are multiple stakeholders, but two primary stakeholders are one party or group of countries do not want the conflict to end, and another country or another group of people, they want a smaller group, tiny group, they want the peace to return and normalcy to be restored. So under these circumstances, I would say that Thucydide philosophy or Greek philosopher, when he said that the powerful will always have its say and the weak will continue as it must to suffer. So by no means am I trying to encourage or compromise the principles of sovereign territorial integrity and the sovereignty of a nation, but that's the only way forward. How do you bring a peace to a country where 20% of its land or territory has already been captured, it's occupied by the Russia, and also it has annexed Crimea, and also two little portions of Georgia likewise. So how do you bring about peace? The trust has to begin in some form. And in order to make it happen, I think the give and take has to take place. But that is going to be at a huge cost and price to be paid by Ukraine. This is the only way you can bring peace now, because any kind of scaling down of the aspiration or the demands projected by Russia will definitely create a dent, and also will damage the momentum which Trump is trying to build in making peace here in the Central Europe. So therefore, the question which you are asking, well, my take on the whole issue is it's going to be a time-consuming process, not in 24 hours, not even in 24 months. Maybe it will take more than that. Therefore, one has to make a sustained and consistent effort. It has to continue with the process of negotiation untiringly. Only then the peace may come in a befitting manner, which is acceptable to the relevant stakeholders.
All right, I requested to stay on, sir. I have some more news in connection. Now, Romania's defense minister has said that it will buy French Mistral air defense systems worth more than $726 million, which is part of a joint procurement deal with several other European Union states. The ministry has also said that it signed a deal with French Defense Ministry for the purchase of the 231 Mistral man-portable air defense systems built by missile producer MBDA and 934 missiles alongside training, simulator and logistics. Now, Romania is a European Union and NATO member and shares about 650-kilometer land border with Ukraine and has had drone breaches in its airspace and fragments fall onto its territory, reportedly since Russia began attacking Kiev's ports across the Danube. However, Romanian air defenses currently include F-16 fighter jets, Patriot systems, Lockheed Martin's HIMARS, rocket launchers, short-ranged South Korean surface-to-air Chiron missiles, and German anti-aircraft Gepard guns. Meanwhile, Romania also aims to partner with Ukraine to build drones under a new European Union defense funding mechanism. All right, let's have retired Major General Sudhakar ji back into the discussion. So do you think this is now going to, of course, we can expect Europe to be more protected against the Russian strikes, but is it going to have any deterrence effect on Russia?
Certainly, because we need to understand, our viewers will do good to correlate. The nearest example they can actually apply in the correlation is the Iron Dome of Israel. Although the Iron Dome of Israel is definitely many times far better than what you have just shared, F-16, or you are talking about some missile system, Patriot missiles, or XYZ from different countries have been put together. The biggest issue you have to understand, 625 or 35 kilometers that you said the border, it requires anything up to, for a small tiny country like Israel, they have got 10 batteries of Iron Domes, like S-400. At the moment, India has got only 3. So with 3, it turned out to be a game changer during Operation Sindoor. And now we are going in for the contract which was signed in 2018. The balance of 2 have to be given to us at the earliest. There is a time delay of almost 1.5 to 2 years now. Thereafter, we are going in for 5 more. For a country of size of India, which has got a continental border of 15,500 kilometers, plus the coastline earlier used to be 7,500, now it is gone beyond 11,040 or 90 kilometers. So, and with the exclusive economic zone that we have, more than 2 million square kilometers, for a size of this kind, you require much more. So, for when you talk about Romania, with a border of 650, let's say 650 kilometers, compare it with Israel. Israel is a country which is of the size of 400 kilometers by 140 kilometers. 400 is north-south, and west to east is 140 kilometers. It has got a border with Lebanon. It has got a border with Gaza, with whom the battle is going on. And also it has got border with Jordan, and then you have other Syria, then Turkey, etc., etc. So therefore, to give protection to all these 10 defenses, 10 batteries are required. Each battery can cover a particular distance or range, and it is layered form. So therefore, it is going to work actually, and you have to understand, it is not that you sign the deal and everything comes and gets implemented. It is spread over 5 to 7 years. So during this period, not only the aerial platforms have to come into being, but also the process of integration is going to take place, which was the central point of the success story of Operation Sindoor as far as India was concerned. It was absolutely artificially intelligent integration taking place. Artificial intelligence is to select the target, oncoming target. It is to match with the weapon system we had, and it is to trigger, it is to give orders, directions that here it is, you go and hit. That is how India did not have any kind of damage or any kind of attrition on our side because of the oncoming missiles and the projectiles coming from Pakistan side.
Right, I do see your point, but I'm afraid I'll have to cut you short here. I'm running short on time, but thanks a lot for joining us here on NewsX World. And viewers, with that, it's a wrap on the NewsX Eurozone. Keep watching NewsX World for more news updates from around the world.